If you do not see it, and if you do not believe it, who else will? The body is very important, but the mind is more important than the body. We have to visualize what that body ought to look like in order to make it win, because that's what creates then the will that you need to go to the gym every day, the will that makes you go and do the 4 reps, the will that makes you go beyond and you do your 500-pound reps in the squats and you can't do another rep and your body is shaking. It's the will that makes you go one more time down and struggle up one more time. So you got to go to the gym and feel like every rep that you do is getting you one step closer to that goal, to make that vision that you have turn into reality. And I think that if you think that along the way you're not going to fail, then you're blind. Because there's no one that I've ever met, no matter how successful they are, that haven't said that they had their failures along the way. You have to. I mean, the only way that you really know that you can lift 500 pounds is if you're willing to fail. So if you're afraid of failure, then you will never grow. The people that grow the furthest are the people that really don't care. They fail or they make it, they're gonna take that risk because that's what you have to do.
Snap City is your own scared ass limitations that you try to put a term on. It's your own fear. It's for the fucking weak. It's where you reside. You reside in Snap City because you're too scared of a punk to actually get out there and do something. But Snap City, my motherfucking ass. I'm from Muscleville, motherfucker. Muscleville's where the real men roam. Muscleville's where I'm bound. And get goddamn right, I'm muscle bound, motherfucker. I'm bound to have muscle because I don't live in fucking fear of what if I do this, maybe I'll hurt myself. You ain't gonna never be shit if you worried about hurting yourself every time you perform an exercise.
I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right, I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Man, dude.
Fast. Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
Incredible.
Fast.
Incredible.
And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
But don't look for an easy way out. Nobody wants to work hard these days. Everybody wants the easy way, the 20-minute ad, the 10-minute this, 10-minute that. Fuck that. Come to the gym, work your ass off, earn it. But if I die, I die. That's how serious and dedicated I was to my sport. He said, well, you can't do it, you're gonna die. I said, well, I'd rather die doing what I love to do than sitting at home looking at TV.
Always trying to be stronger. Each lift, I want to lift a little bit more each month, each week, each day. I'm always trying to push for more reps, okay? That's the main thing. You can't stay complacent. So when I start really pushing myself, you got to tap into something else up here. You tap into that inner rage, or whatever you want to call it, and fucking push yourself. No matter how hard it is, how difficult it is, you got to push yourself. That's my mind state, is pushing myself, not being comfortable, or being comfortable, being uncomfortable, okay? You want it to be as difficult as possible. Each move, each lift, that's the only way you're gonna grow. And that's what I think about when I'm training. I'm thinking about making the hardest thing look easy. So if you ever around me when I train, a lot of times I'm psyching myself up. I'm like, this is easy, this is fucking easy, this is a fucking warm-up, give me more weight. I say that to myself and I believe it, you know? Anything you put in your subconscious mind, it becomes a reality. So I tell myself constantly, this is easy, no matter what the task is. You burnt out. You tap into that inner mental rage and you go, okay? And like I said, it transcends into every aspect of your life. It makes you a strong person, not just physically, but mentally. And that's more important, okay? A whole bunch of muscles with a weak mind is nothing, okay? A strong mind, strong body, a strong spirit, that's everything. That's a complete package.
Believe this. Where you used to fit right here, I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. And the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits.
I hear you say it, but do you mean it? Do you really mean it when you say you want to make the sidewalk crack? Do you really mean it when you say you tired of being an ordinary motherfucker? Do you mean it when you say you don't want to be like everybody else? Do you really mean that shit? Or you just talking to hear yourself talk? It sounds good, motherfucker, but everybody can't do this shit.
I'm better now than I was when you saw that 22-year-old undeveloped kid running from Sunday Hustle. I'm experienced now, professional. Jaw's been broke, been lost, knocked down a couple times. I'm bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight.
You say it's impossible to get 22-inch arms without taking steroids? Well, I'm gonna tell you how I did it, and it ain't no motherfucking secret. The first year and a half that I trained in the gym, every time I stepped in the motherfucking gym, I worked arms because I was determined to get some big ass motherfucking arms. Somebody gonna tell you that that ain't the way you do it, and it's not. It don't work that way. You be overtraining. Fuck, I already told you. Fuck you overtraining motherfuckers. For a year and a half, every time I stepped in the gym door, I worked motherfucking arms because it was my magnificent obsession to have big motherfucking arms. It was my desire, my midnight dream, motherfucker, to have big ass arms. My dream was to stroll down Compton Boulevard in the city and be the biggest motherfucker on the boulevard. They had a motherfucking 22. What you got, motherfucker? You holding motor twos, motherfucker. Now, if you want that, if you want to be, you must become obsessed with obtaining what you are trying to get. You have to be obsessed with it. If you don't have the mental capacity to be that obsessed about what you're trying to get, then motherfucker, you won't never have it. You will not get it. You must be obsessed. It ain't no secret. You just don't have the motherfucking heart and the determination and the will and the desire to put into this shit in order to obtain what you want. I am going to give every drop, every ounce, every piece of energy within me. I'm going to expand it on this attempt. When I go home and sit on my couch in front of my TV, I can look back on what I did this day and be satisfied. I can be satisfied that I gave my all. You cannot ask more from any man or woman to give their utmost, to give everything that you have. Once you've given your all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you cannot do more than that. That is the one thing that you can control each and every time. My best and most favorite contest was the greatest bench press in America. I went there and I called for 705 pounds with no bench press shirt on whatsoever. I went out there, and in my head, the only thought that I had was, goddamn it, come hell or high water, I don't give a fuck what's happening, who's here, who's in the audience, what the fuck's going on outside in the world. I know one thing for goddamn sure. I'm gonna give this motherfucker everything I got. Faced with the biggest odds on the grandest stage of my lifting career, I know within myself that I gave all that I had to give. So I can't help but be satisfied with that. I gave everything I had. Almost got it, but almost don't count. But I gave it all I had, so I am very satisfied with that. I could not have done more on that day. Had I went out there and shrugged away or failed or paled in the face of this challenge, if I have not given it my all, if I had let the fear take me over so much that I would not allow myself to do my utmost, to do my very best, then I would regret that for the rest of my life. But when I look back at that contest, I have no regret, because I went out there and I gave it my all. And some of you people, you write in, you tell me that you fail to get a lift in the gym or you fail to do something. Unimportant. Unimportant. What is important is that you give it your motherfucking all each and every time. You cannot fail if you give it your all. That is what is important. When I was a young man, I believed that I could do any fucking thing. Any amount of weight that I went down with, I felt like I was coming back up with that shit. But in all my ranting and raving you see me doing on YouTube, the most important thing that I want to convey to you is that you give your all. Well, this is all I can tell you. And I'm telling you this as one old ass champion to a young ass champion. I know what it means to be a goddamn champion. When the going gets fucking rough and tough, what makes the champion a winner? A champion in his heart has the heart to dig just a little bit deeper than the also-rans, than the contenders, than the wannabes, the pretenders to the throne. The champion has done what it takes in the gym to earn the title. He's done what it takes to prove himself above and beyond the rest. A champion separates himself from the rest of the field. A champion has put in the work in the gym, so he walks into the ring, into the arena, confident that he is the best motherfucker on the planet. Period.
to do seminars on how to become a champion. I would always ask people, why do you want to be a champion? Or what do you want to accomplish? Why are you training? And then the guy would get up and he would say, well, I want to train because I think that if I get muscular and, I feel like I'm getting the kind of definition, then I maybe can enter a bodybuilding competition. I said, sit down. I said, if you think this way, you're going to be a loser. You're never going to make it because there's no mating. You got to get up and say, I want to be a champion.
You will prove to the entire motherfucking world what you already know. You are the best on the motherfucking planet. So whoever the fuck you are, bring it on. Bring your best game because I am the motherfucking champion of the world. So when I step in here, I'm going to say the same thing to you that I said when this old motherfucker was the best in the world. Which one of you motherfuckers is coming in second? Because the motherfucking champion is here and I'm ready to defend my title. Bring your best because your best ain't good enough. You are the motherfucking champion.